It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Sports on CBC, les championnats U-Sport, brought to you in part by, vous êtes présenté par Nike Team Just Do It, faites-le. Baron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues de championnat U-Sport. Fox 40 celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport depuis 10 ans. By Veriburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada. Le gouvernement du Canada. And by Saint-Hubert, proud partners of the U-Sports Women's Hockey Championship. Et par Saint-Hubert, fier partenaire du championnat de hockey féminin U-Sport.
Welcome to the 2023 U-Sports Women's Hockey Championship on CBC. Stepping into darkness as we get started here, a very special quarterfinal, the second of the day, second of the tournament, but it's a home rink contest for the hosts and RESQ finalists, the Montreal Carabins. They come in as the lower seed at number 5, while the University of New Brunswick from Antigonish, Nova Scotia, well, they're ranked 4th. And after claiming back-to-back AUS titles. We will just take a moment here as they gather themselves. I got that incorrect, by the way. Of course, not from Antigonish, Nova Scotia. That is St. FX. University of New Brunswick, of course, very proud program. The Reds, here's a quick look at the brackets, by the way. We now know the 8th seed Mount Royal University Cougars are through to the semifinal, and the winner of this contest will head there Saturday as well to face them. Mount Royal topping the top seed Toronto Varsity Blues 3-2 rather this afternoon. Brianne Trotter with that game winner. And then tomorrow, the first quarterfinal will kick off 3 p.m. Eastern with the UBC Thunderbirds taking on the St. FX ex-women. Maybe that's why my brain was headed that way early on here. Again, we're going to get set. This is a lot to take in. A beautiful ceremony here inside Sepsum. Been a great home rink for the Montreal Carabins. We'll be back with the opening face-off, starting goaltenders, and much more. You're watching U-Sports on CBC. Back inside Sepsum at the University of Montreal, where the Montreal Carabins, the number 5 seed, the host of the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship, well, they're taking the ice right now. A robust home crowd, but that's not to be outdone by the UNB Reds fans all the way from Fredericton, New Brunswick. They come out in droves. They are so proud of their team, a very new team if you follow the history of U Sports. New in the sense there's a new era. They were reborn, brought back into the AUS about 5 seasons ago, and here they are, a proud back-to-back AUS champion. And we get set now for the starting lineup. So Lauriane Etier was out first. And then Brianne Dondeau. Skating forward to join them. Is Picard, Jean Picard. And that is the captain getting robust applause. Oh, Brassine getting the start in net for the Carabins. She's been absolutely tremendous for this team. We'll dive into all that in just a moment. I do believe the national anthems will be starting shortly. If you're just joining us, this is the second quarterfinal of the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship out of Montreal. The host Carabins, number 5 seed, they earned that seed being the RESQ finalists. They fell just short to the Concordia Stingers, who will be playing tomorrow. Danielle Savageau getting raucous applause here from the home crowd, of course. Anyone involved in women's hockey knows that name. Now this ceremony, it's special, of course, to this game because it is the host game here. And then they're adding in the spotlights as well.
And last but not least, 5 sont considérées comme les meilleures joueuses de hockey au monde. Elles prendront part en représentant le Canada lors des prochains championnats du monde de hockey féminin qui auront lieu à Brampton au mois d'avril. Those who are considered the best hockey player in the world and will represent Team Canada in Brampton in April. Les Québécoises, la gardienne de but, Anne-Marie Desbiens.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is a wonderful pre-game ceremony to tee up the second quarterfinal of Nationals. Caroline Ouellette stepping out with her gold medal. Of course, great applause. And she's an assistant coach with the Montreal Carabins. There are your captains, the UNB Reds, Paige Grenier. The number 55 in blue for the Carabins, Jessica Boulanger. Strong leader for Montreal. You can hear the applause. And a showcase of just how many fans are now packed inside Sepsum at the University of Montreal. A nice, robust crowd here on a Thursday night. I am Daniela Ponticelli with this call on CBC. Thanks for joining us again. The number 4 seed UNB out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, taking on the number 5 seed, the host, Montreal Carabin. And they have some great stories. Both coaches tremendously proud of their teams. The Carabin helmed by Isabelle Leclerc, and she has a long list of accolades, including plenty of RSEQ championships, 2019, 2016, 2014, 2013 Coach of the Year awards, and then Sarah Hillworth for the UNB Reds, able to build this program back. We'll talk about that history in just a bit, but the fact that they're back-to-back AUS champions, another chance here at Nationals. Last year, they finished 4th after a massive moment in the quarterfinal, taking on McGill, and they were trailing. They came back to win it 5-4. The crowd was deafening then. I'm sure it'll be something similar today. We're going to tee up our starting goaltenders in just a moment. I talked about her off the top. Aubracine will be in net for the Montreal Carabin. They're in blue. They're technically the visiting team because they are the lower seed here at this tournament. They do have the same dressing room, though, so a little bit of creature comforts from home. They're on their same familiar bench. While in the lighter color, the home team, the UNB Reds. There she is, Kendra Woodland, Broderick Trophy winner last night for top university player in the country, backbone of the team. Quick look as well at our officials who will be taking on this game in just a moment. Well, we're going to get set now for the opening puck drop. And the crowd, you can hear the cheers swelling in Montreal, getting set. Boulanger winning that face-off for her team, the Montreal Carabin, immediately with a shot on Kendra Woodland. They know it's going to take a lot. Kendra Woodland, notably, just a strong netminder. Fourth-year keeper, been dominant, finished with the U Sports best .960 save percentage. She also racked up a 23-5 record this season, compiling a 1.10 goals against average. We'll get back to it. Puck is in her zone as it is, but UNB clearing it out quick. Moving into Carabin territory. And back the other way we go. Defense there from Jenna McLean, one of the graduating players on the Reds. There's a number of them, all first recruits with the new era of the program. They returned in 2018 after a human rights complaint and a decision made there to bring back women's hockey to UNB, and it has been a great decision as this program has continued to show its strength. The Carabin with control now, and that's the player you'll want to watch, number 44. One of them anyhow, Amelie, but it appears there's an injury early on here, a little stop in play. Everyone, though, heading over to the bench early on. For the Carabin, number 20, Audrienne Veillette will be one to watch. She knows how to get pucks in the net, and she'll be wanting to add some volume, get some volume on Woodland. She finished with 26 goals in just 22 games for 35 points in the regular season, and also led in the playoffs for goals with 4. Carabin keep it out of their end. Now Montreal, their road to the Nationals. Of course, it was determined early on that they would be here. They are the hosts. In fact, head coach Isabelle Leclerc told me, you know, so a big question that was in her mind stepping into the season is, will the team be hungry? Will the team be hungry enough? Because how do you create that drive to get yourself to Nationals when you're already guaranteed? Well, they showed up. They eliminated the Ottawa GGs in 3 games to advance to the RSEQ final. where they lost in 3 games to the Concordia Stingers. Puck in play in the neutral zone. And the Carabins working quickly out on the ice. Coming up on Keenan there, UNB. Again, Captain Paige Gagner, one of the graduating players. Now a chance. Woodland stops it. Massive save. As Pelletier tried to deliver that one from the slot. To Carabin in Reds country here. As Jenna McLean will work to clear the puck. Quick pass up to Grenier. That gets intercepted. Now a chance. Fires it again, a little wide that time. Rose-Michelle Cardin with that one. Bit of a slower pace here to just keep things in check. UNB switch off. Carabin move around again. Another chance. They keep finding those stretch passes and extending them. Joanne Garon with that opportunity there. Getting in close now, playing keep away is Gervais. UNB working to protect their line is Tally Warren. Just as quickly, Elena Wagstaff now. She's been tremendous after coming back from knee surgery. That happened early on, so she's basically been a force since the new year. Carabin working the UNB zone. Reds again work to protect it. Marley Van den Odeler clearing that. Carabin trying to again find some open lanes and get connected. A missed opportunity there. Pelche and a shot. What a go by UNB. Again, firing one off. They just completely stop momentum. Lauren Carter out there on the ice as well, set up in front of the net. Oh, could have been tipped in. It fires out instead. UNB with all kinds of chances there. Again, Carter. And now a loose puck in the UNB zone. We'll settle it down once again. Carabin, Pelletier. Working it along the boards. Now a shot towards the net. That goes wide. Collected in the back, looking for a wraparound, trying to fire it in. Woodland reading it all the way. And now the puck loose. Skimming through as the teams continue on. UNB again settling the puck down, trying to. Getting bothered by Mylène Lefebvre. The Carabin crowd with their home chance and a big shot by Gervais. Catches some legs instead. UNB goes back. Lillian George, leading scorer for the team during the regular season with 25 points. Carabin in blue. Looking for some room. Lefebvre tries to get it in. Woodland reads it well, controls that rebound. Carabin still has it, fires it off, plenty of traffic, and now the Reds go back. Sydney Odeman. And the crowd settles down. You can feel it. One of the great things about being part of a championship tournament is you know what's on the line. They need to win in order to stay in contention. Otherwise, it's off to the consolation bracket early Saturday morning to face the Toronto Varsity Blues. Carabin with the chance, getting close, and it's wide yet again. But a great look and another chance. Audriane Veillette, none other than the leading scorer for the Carabin, getting in the way. And Boulanger as well with a great chance up close on Woodland, but those cheers are for the ladies in red, of course. UNB crowd making the drive. The team made the trip up Monday in their team bus. They feel quite thankful that they could do just that. We'll take another look at what just unfolded on the ice. So many chances, all weaving in and out. Annabelle Faubert was in the mix too for the Carabin, but just didn't connect. So Montreal again finds himself in the offensive zone. They actually won that face-off. And now to control the puck, Pelche and Canek, a Swiss Olympic team skater. She's been tremendous, and now another chance as they get driven in, or rather a Swiss national team player. And Woodland makes the saves as bodies pile in and around her net, quite literally in the net itself. Again, Woodland being tested early here, as the Carabin know they have to do, but over in their net, Aubracine, of course, she played 16 games in the regular season for an 8-5 record, and she's coming in with a 2.01 goals against average in the playoffs. It's a great tandem for Montreal in Aubracine and Maud Desroches. Reds have control in their own zone, looking to clear it out. They do get it past the blue line there, and then it's picked up center by the Carabin. And Maud Thériault also helping in on that effort. Circling back. Kept in on the blue line. A shot towards Deschenaux. And now a chance again. Veillette fires one and it goes wide, but she was poised in the right place. Veillette staying back in the slot now. As Nadeau gathers herself, sends the puck to Fontaine. And again, Veillette forechecking, trying to create that space. She's finding it, little center feed there. Carabin with a great look. Circling the net of Woodland yet again. Reds look to defend. Keeping it in along the line. Fred Cyr in the mix there for the Reds. And Cyr now working to protect Jade Picard with the puck. Fires it over, another little pass. Cycling it well, Picard again. Shot, bounces off the glove of Woodland. She collects it in her hand. And it's good for the Reds. Kendra Woodland, as her head coach Sarah Hillworth described her as the backbone of the team. And this is not the only championship happening right now. Canada's best university men's volleyball teams are in Hamilton for the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship presented by Mikasa. Catch every second of the action beginning Friday only on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and the CBC Olympic YouTube channel. Back to the Women's Hockey Championship, though. UNB Reds with possession still scoreless in the first period. I am Daniela Ponticelli, calling this game on CBC. Carabin looking to set up, and again with a big shot, catches the body of one of the Reds themselves. They are a team known for blocking shots, doing whatever it takes. And again, another shot by the Carabin. This time blocked by Odeman. And dumped down deep by near Aubracine. Finally getting a little play on the puck. Into the near side corner of a very quiet Carabin zone. Big shot from the point by Jenna McLean. That goes a little high and will reset. Right now, shots on goal heavily favoring Montreal, 9-0. Saves, of course, 9 made by Kendra Woodland so far. Face-offs, a little bit more even. Montreal with a slight lead, 4-on-3, but we'll see what happens in this Montreal zone face-off. Carabin taking control quickly. Amélie Poirier-Lehoux clearing that one out. And the Reds giving chase. McLean out there on the ice. Out by Melanie Drost. And the Reds again just looking to get it up. And here we go. Paige Grenier, their captain, their leader. Hoping to connect for a centering feed there. And again, the Reds will opt to dump and change into the Montreal zone. They work the puck down, plenty of pressure. Setting up, looking for a tip in there. And the crowd loves what they see, trying to set up a little bit of a tempo speed change. Just as quickly taken back. Where Lahu, the great chance there. At least to get things going, but now neutral zone play. And the puck gets sent down deep into the red zone. It's Tally Warren defends, and a big shot by Boulanger. Veillette was right there on the doorstop of Woodland, but Woodland able to control that rebound, help her team out, settle things down. Lillian George carrying the puck. UNB facing tough defense down deep in the Carabin zone, as either side looks to get on the board. Carabin fire one towards Woodland. And she makes yet another fantastic save. It's now number 10 on the night so far. Again, Montreal's Aubracine in the other net has been tested just once. We're headed into a power play, or rather, my apologies, headed into face-off in the Reds zone, going the way of UNB, but just as quickly being turned over and generating power on the other side. Justine Pelletier in the mix for the Carabin, along with Brianne Dondeau. Now a chance for Knick, looking for a room, and Woodland got a stick on it quick. Knick again, setting up, fires it, gets it in! Knick, she had to wait a moment to believe it, but the Carabin are on the board first. Montreal patient, developing that play. The crowd, of course, loving it. This is their home team. They have seen them be successful on this ice more times than not. Here's another look at that moment. Action along the near side boards. Knick may have gotten a tip in there as well from Mylène Lefebvre. We'll get the official word on that, but either way, the Carabins are good on that first goal. It's Callie Knick who does get the credit for that goal. No tip-in needed. She fired it off. And we'll reset here in the neutral zone. There's lots of action inside Sepsim. This is the University of Montreal home. That's where they play. The Carabin name is all over the ice as the hosts of this 2023 Women's Hockey Championship. And off the puck, or off the stick and into the glass, Melanie Dross was trying to get things going there for the Reds. These two teams, just a seed apart. Number 4 ranked UNB Reds as the AUS champions rather, and Montreal as the RSEQ finalists. Technically earned their spot, even though they did not have to as the host. Now again, a chance moving quickly. Etier looking for space, but Woodland covers that one up. Great 1-2 punch there. Veillette was ready to fire in the second chance. We'll have another look at that. Quick off the draw, Lauriane Etier. And great heads-up play by Veillette, but saved once again by Kendra Woodland. The UNB bench. Boulanger, the captain for the Carabin, taking that face-off, winning it for them. It's been a bit back and forth on the face-off win so far in the first period. But here's the Carabin up first with a 1-0 lead. Boulanger keeping it in play for the Carabins. Reds finding themselves now along the far side wall, again defending their zone. Ice has been a little tilted in this first period. Kendra Woodland being tested. Of course, Montreal knows that they have to put volume on a goaltender like Woodland. Different angles, and that's how they were able to make that one work. Tempo changes and all the rest. Lillian George now for UNB is looking for a feed there to Peyton Hargraves. Instead, the puck goes loose, skimming down, and it will be whistled. And honestly, this gives me a chance now to highlight our officials for tonight's game. Grace Barlow, Jennifer Berezowski, Sophie Thompson, and Justine Todd, the officials for tonight. And it's a Montreal zone draw. No clear winner there as UNB tries to make something happen. A chance here for them to get on the tack and put some pucks on Aube Racine, who hasn't had to face too much pressure, as the defense here for Montreal absolutely smothering. Amalie René Paquin getting in the mix there. And now moving quick up the ice, dumping it down deep is Jade Picard. Or rather, Brienne Dando, one of the graduating players for the Carabins. There's another shot at the bench. Of course, head coach Sarah Hillworth, so excited to welcome her first child. Due date March 29th. A little girl, she said. She's so happy to bring a little girl in, surrounded by so many powerful women on the team in U Sports women's hockey. And now a chance for the Carabins. They look to make something happen in the slot. Again, it was 2 Carabins, 3 Reds, and now a chance for UNB. That would have been a nice shift back and forth there. As they move quick. Back the other way. Really settling into a bit of a rhythm here. Alleviating some of that pressure, though, on UNB and Kendra Woodland as we look towards the last 5 minutes of this first period. Seemed to just go by so quickly. Of course, already a goal scored by the Carabins. That one by Kali Kinek. No assists listed on the stat sheet. We continue on. The backboard pass there. Tries to rim it around for the Carabins. Boulanger, captain, out on the ice. Trying to find a shot from the blue line through traffic. To connect up close. Picard can't keep it in on the blue line. So giving chase is Boulanger again. Reds digging in. Nystrom trying to free the puck there, but Montreal keeps possession, and the Reds McLean now putting on the speed. Nice move coming out of the bench. A little pass there back. That would have been nice to connect. It did not, so Montreal fans love it. They're going back the other way. Momentum shifting slightly here in the building. Jenna McLean with the puck. Now along the near side wall. Keenan. But the Carabins steal it away. Nearly tip it in with a little soft shot up top. What an effort. Amélie Poirier-Lehoux with that. Again, right up the slot, they're getting in very close. The UNB Reds will need to figure out a plan there to draw that. Lauren McNeil helping out. McNeil getting some assistance there from her teammate Hargraves. Back to O'Neill, colliding with a Carabin, Justine Pelletier. And another collision. Everything is all good. That's the Carabin crowd calling for a penalty. Is one going to be assessed? Looks like we will play on, but the crowd here getting very animated. We will reset though with a UNB Reds face-off in their zone, rather, I should say. Let's take another look. There are a number of collisions on those last few plays. This one looked like a bit of a speed, incidental speed. Oh no, it's not going to be considered incidental. We have a power play, folks. Montreal Carabin with a 1-0 lead. Now get the player advantage for the next, at most, 2 minutes. That clock now winding down. And the Carabin try to fire one off. In the way, though, are the Reds. Lindsay Smith sacrificing herself. She's been a defenseman on the rise for the Reds. Carabin will bring it down. Now this is a power play for Montreal, who have the lead 1-0 at this time. Over to the near side wall. The Reds, the play getting physical here. Nadeau finding space now far side. Justine Pelletier as well out on the ice for the Carabin. The Reds crowd likes that play, just keep the puck away. That penalty, by the way, was Lillian George for tripping. So one of their top players in the penalty box. And Montreal weaving through. Quantifying room is Jean Picard. Lefebvre to Picard. Picard shoots and it's wide. May have caught the stick slightly of Woodland. 29 seconds left in a Montreal power play. A chance to extend their lead. Kept in along the blue line by the Carabin. Again, Jean Picard. She finds the puck again for a pass from Connect. Setting up. Big swing, goes around the back boards instead. 2 seconds to go until even strength. And Lillian George back out on the ice. Help from Fred Sear, who's also out there. Sear now looking to find the puck, does along the near side. George. Sear just sends it towards the net. Aubracine having to adjust herself. By the way, we're in the final minute of play here. Clock winding down fast. Chances for the Reds to even things out before heading to the locker room. Again, providing some momentum stopping action. Now Peyton Hargraves. Looking for all sorts of room. Marley Van and Odeler as well. Keller now. Final 15 seconds here. Carabin putting on the speed. Lost in the neutral zone, but now out and clear. The puck on the stick of the Reds. But that will be all they wrote for the first period in Montreal, the hometown Carabin. The crowd cheering with pride as their team takes a 1-0 lead here at home. And despite them being the home team, they're technically the visitors tonight as the lower seed number 5. And in just a moment, we should hear the voice of Isabelle Germain. She will interview one of the Montreal Carabin players from the bench. We'll take that in just a moment. as they get set up here. But overall, a very fulfilling first period if you're a Montreal Carabin fan. Well, UNB will have to figure out an answer, and we'll see now who our player is. I believe it's Rose Michel Cardin. Oh no, Kali Kunek will take this.
Il part quand? Kelly, tu m'entends? On est avec Kelly Québec. Kelly, c'est un vraiment bon 20 minutes pour ton équipe. C'était quoi le message avant ce match-ci? Kelly, tu m'entends-tu?
Number 12, assistant captain Kali Kunek, who is standing by for an interview, just having some technical difficulties there. In the meantime, if you're just joining us, we're in the first intermission of the second quarter final. Montreal Carabin have a 1-0 lead over the UNB Reds. I believe we're standing by with Isabelle Germain, who's asking the questions. She'll be speaking in French.
Donc, est-ce que ça fonctionne? Parce qu'on entend Kelly, mais Kelly ne semble pas nous entendre. Donc, ça ne semble pas fonctionner. On passe là. Par exemple.
And Kanek is heading to the locker room, so that will do it for us here as the fans now take to the concourse and enjoy the first intermission. You're watching U Sports Women's Hockey, the championship, live from Montreal on CBC.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Welcome back to the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. Every year, U Sports celebrates its best student athletes, honoring major accomplishments of its student athletes in each sport. Here are the nominees and the winner of the 2023 U Sports Rookie of the Year award.
The nominees for the U Sports Women's Hockey Rookie of the Year are, en nomination pour le prix de la recrue de l'année en hockey féminin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Oriana McNeil, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI, du Réseau du sport étudiant du Québec from the RSEQ, Jade Picard, Université de Montréal, Montreal, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Kiana McKibben, l'Université de Windsor, University of Windsor, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Sydney Mercier, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. La recrue de l'année en hockey féminin U-Sport est, the winner of the U-Sports Rookie of the Year in women's hockey is, Sydney Mercier, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary.
Welcome back. Just had a look at the Rookie of the Year. Again, right now, first intermission, Montreal Carabins with a 1-0 lead over the UNB Reds. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Welcome back inside Sepsum at the University of Montreal. Fans, you too can celebrate each U Sports team's gold medal victory with your very own commemorative apparel from T. Litson Sports. Fans of basketball's Carleton Ravens and Guelph Griffins in track have been flocking to shop.usports.ca to purchase their history on Monday. To purchase their piece of history, rather. Fans of basketball, on Monday, the collection from this championship will be available for purchase, but hurry, supplies will go fast on this limited time offer. That's the U Sports Championship Collection on sale at shop.usports.ca. And we can see the officials skating back out on the ice as we get set for the second period here in Montreal. I am Daniela Ponticelli, and you're watching U Sports on CBC. It's been a great day so far in the very first quarterfinal. That went the way of the number 8 seed MRU Cougars, topping the top seed Toronto Varsity Blues 3-2. Montreal Canadiens, the 5th seed, have a lead over the 4th seed AUS champs UNB Reds. But they will not go quietly. The team from Fredericton, New Brunswick, their fans packed in here alongside the Canadiens. In fact, it's quite a visual to see the blue side stacked right against the red. I am Daniela Ponticelli with this call. Over on the English stream, there's a French crew as well. There always is for U Sports. And now the Canadiens take the ice again. This game has a bit of extra flair because it is the host home team here in their own barn. So started at regular time. They normally play on a Thursday night. The crowd is used to being here, and they know that this is special. They know that having hockey in March, U Sports women's hockey in March, means your team not only excelled, they made it all the way to nationals. Quick look at the Carabin bench as they get settled in. UNB now on the ice, and the starting line ready to take it. Plenty of cowbells from the Reds, that's for sure. Kendra Woodland, of course, facing so many shots throughout the first period, but that goal by Montreal's Kali connected at 11:38 into the first, and Kali able to steal that puck away herself, so an unassisted goal as well to open things up here early on. And in net for the Carabin is Aubracine, who's been tremendous throughout the regular season for them. Shots on goal heavily favoring Montreal as we enter the second 20 here. 14-2. Saves, of course, going the way of Woodland, 13-2, but face-off wins, that also tells a bit of a tale. 11-6 for the Carabin as we see the opening of the second period go the way of the Reds this time. Skimming into the Carabin territory. Now to our broadcast left, as Veillette tries to feed the puck through to Boulanger, the captain. Veillette, again, an impressive run throughout the regular season, especially when it comes to goals. Finished with 26 in 22 games. The Reds now setting it up, and Lauren Carter just decides to fire it, test out Aubracine, who makes a body save there. Again, not tested too much, going by the official stats. Only made 2 saves, only had to make 2 saves in the first period. So Peyton Hargraves will take this face-off for UNB as Thériault gets swapped out for Rose. No. Joanne Garand, rather. Battle into the far side corner. Getting caught up on bodies as the Reds defend their blue line, keep it in the Carabin zone. First 20 minutes, if you missed it, was heavily tilted in favor of Montreal, putting that pressure on Kendra Woodland early on. Woodland, of course, winning gold with Team Canada at the FISU World University Games in Lake Placid. She's certainly not alone in that, by the way. Her coach, Sarah Hillworth, along with Kyle McDonald, they were there on the coaching staff. Other teammates as well joined her, and the Carabin as well sent some of their players out to represent Canada, winning gold. The team went undefeated in that run. And the puck is cleared out of the Reds zone, as Fontaine will send it down deep from the blue line. Carabin trying to connect on those passes. Veillette in the middle there, applying some extra pressure. Boulanger, it's one of their stronger lines. Etier as well on the ice in blue, but it's the Reds now looking to regain possession. Elena Wagstaff now right towards the net. That just shy. Oideman getting knocked out in the slot there. Maya Bowl looking for a good pass there. That could have been a wraparound. So the shot will be sent in from Mackenzie Keenan. Bodies in the way. Keenan nearly keeping it in on the blue line, but Veillette now one-on-one with Woodland, fires it. It's too high, too wide. And the noise shifts from one side to the other as the Reds fans celebrate here in Montreal. UNB setting up Marley Van den Oudler, trying to block Veillette. Woodland will be forced to cover that one up. Carabin still creating pressure situations here. They have the 1-0 lead after a first period goal unassisted by Callie Knecht. Captain Paige Grenier taking this face-off for the Reds. Coming up against Hélène Lefebvre. And the puck goes high up, drop down, whistled down. Retake the same position for the next face-off. Grenier keeps an eye on the puck there, but the Carabin able to just scoop it up and fire it off just as quickly. Testing Woodland yet again, and Carabin circling back in the neutral zone. Big chase for it. Grenier comes through for the Reds. Ashley Stratton also on the line, 2 graduating players who would love to go out on a high note. Again, the Carabin able to make a scoring chance out of nothing, nearly deflected in. Mylène Lefebvre was in the right place. Again, chasing it down. Shot Picard will slow it. And Dando will keep it in there, but it's whistled down. I believe it's an offside. And there's a shot of the benches and the coaches just in this moment, knowing a win today allows them to keep their hope of medaling, of getting to gold. Of course, a loss, they still play games, but it's all in a consolation bracket. The best you can do is 5th place. Carabin. Working it up quick. Bounce off the board from Dando. Back the other way, the Reds now. They were setting up for that centering feed. Stratton was where she needed to be. Back behind the net of Obracin. UNB with a chance. Stratton again. Disrupted in the play by Dando. And Veillette will send it back. Both teams defending their blue lines as Boulanger try to get away. Pressure mounting. Etier now down in the near side. Back up to the blue line for Fontaine. Puck loose. Reds scoop it up this time. Feed up to Hargraves. Does bring the puck in deep in the Montreal zone, just behind the net. Back over far side. Again, trying to create a sharp angle, possibly looking for that goal line work. Fontaine again, Lefebvre as well in the mix for the Carabin. Physical game as expected from both teams. They knew it would be. Montreal, the lower seed, wearing the away jerseys in their home barn. And something else that head coach Isabelle Leclerc told me is that the team is really keeping this Nationals experience alive for them. They're hosts, certainly, but they're also still very valid participants in this, and they're staying at the host hotel as a team. This is a commitment. This isn't just a regular season weekend at home or anything like that. Carabin want to take home a championship at home. That would certainly be one for the books. And there is a penalty coming to the Reds. It'll be their second PK of the night. That one going to Maya Bowl. Maya Bowl, yes. Taking a seat there. And a chance for the Carabin to extend their lead. 5-on-4 in the Reds zone. As Maya Bowl takes a seat in the penalty box. Reds captain Paige Grenier on the PK line, getting some veteran assistance. And that was for boarding, by the way, that penalty. And a shot. Chances here for the Carabin, but instead it goes the other way, trickling down. Forced to come back up, could give the team some momentum here, some speed. As Montreal looks to settle it down. Lefebvre out there as well, working it in the far corner. Lefebvre up to Veillette, now Nadeau. Back to Veillette. And Nadeau, and a shot. The Reds take it away. They're short-handed right now, but could have a good look here on Obracin. Shoot towards the net. George forces Racine to make a save. Again, Obracin barely tested here early on. Taking a quick look, though, at the Carabin power play. They own the second best power play efficiency in the RESQ. While the Reds, they're strong on the penalty kill, 91.7% rather efficiency in the regular season. They did drop slightly in the playoffs. They went 16 for 19. Just over a minute left in this Carabin power play, and they're forced to come out of their own end. So they'll dump it down. Set up now along the near side boards. And a shot, it goes in. The crowd loves it, a power play marker to extend the lead 2-0 here in Montreal for the hometown Carabin. Need another look at that. But Milan Lefebvre on the ice. Fontaine. Jacques Picard. All difference makers on the power play. Let's see how it develops here from the near side. A quick little bounce. And Milan Lefebvre puts it away for the second of the night. That one coming on the power play for the Carabin. Milan Lefebvre getting a great cheer from the crowd now. And now a chance for the Carabin again, finding themselves with room to move. Justine Pelletier. Now the Reds trying to make a go of it, but what a steal by Etier. Now along the near side boards. Dando comes away with it. And Veillette, these two connecting. Big shot, that goes high. Woodland didn't need to bounce up to save that one. Reds collect themselves again. Marley Van Odeler. Sedney Oideman now in the mix. Maya Bowl out there too. The Reds come away with it. They'll just fire it down deep near side. Set up in formation. Van Odeler along the near side line. Potentially needed to keep it in. Van Odeler misses the centering feed, but now another. Good work by Talia Warren for the Reds. Van Odeler. Looking for teammates along the near side. Carabin come away with it. Captain Boulanger putting on the speed. She's beat one, she's beat two, and there's a penalty on the way. Another power play for the Carabin. And it might be getting to the Reds. They try to defend. We're gonna have another look at that moment in just a second. As we'll see this moment, Boulanger coming up on Wagstaff, so it'll be Wagstaff who gets the penalty. And so 2 minutes. Elena Wagstaff taking that seat, not feeling good about it, knows that the Carabin on a roll right now. Just scored on the previous power play. Reds were able to defend their first PK in the first period. Montreal have scored in the first and second frames. Now looking to add another one. Carabin behind the net of Woodland. Reds come through. Big stretch pass down deep. Giving chase is Lillian George out on the line there. She's been tremendous for the Reds this season. Has all the work being done. Garag, close. It goes high. The crowd waiting for that moment, coming in so deep, so close to Woodland. There she is again, number 16, Joanne Garard. A minute 08 left in this Carabin power play, their third of the night. They're 1 for 1 so far now. Looking to collect another big shot. Traffic in the way. That one actually being blocked by a fellow Montreal player. Aubracine coming way out of her net to play that one. The Carabin again using this to their advantage, putting on the speed. Nadeau trying to find some support right in front of the net. It's stopped. Reds defense causing that disruption. Another big high shot. Etier swarming behind the net, working behind the net rather. Back along the red line, slowing it down. Picard kept in by the Reds, and they're moving fast. Lindsay Smith out there. She's come a long way. She's grown as a defenseman with the Reds. And now Veillette putting on the speed, top scorer, looking for a pass, and it's in! Veillette did not need to do the final move. Instead, Justine Pelletier will add to it. Make that Amélie rather. Number 44, Amélie Poirier-Leroux. Putting that one away, making this crowd light up on the blue side to our broadcast right, the Reds to our broadcast left. Now, this doesn't mean too much for a Reds team who in the quarterfinal last year came back as well from a deficit against McGill to win 5-4. Carabin have really been relentless with their pressure. Amélie Poirier-Leroux rather, with the credit on that goal. And Aubriane Veillette getting the assist. And the second power play marker of the night for the Carabin, give them the 3-0 lead. Now UNB had a tough go in last year's Nationals after that 5-4 win against McGill. They then were shut out by the Nipissing Lakers 4-0 and then shut out by the Huskies 2-0 in the bronze medal game. So it's time to rally, look down deep, and get going. This team has certainly faced adversity before. Neutral zone draw to get things back in order, in 8 minutes to go in the second period. Thériault moving quickly for the Carabin. The speed both these teams have. Now Poirier-Leroux again trying to make some room, opening up. And for Jade Picard. And the Reds now with a chance, fire one towards the net of Aubracine. That was Lillian George. And the Reds, Wagstaff now fires one from the boards. Why not? I think she was hoping for a bit of a rebound opportunity while the team gets set in place. This is the Carabin's home barn. Again, they've had a tremendous season out here, putting together double-digit wins here at home. Here's another look at that moment. A good chance by the Reds. Firing on all cylinders here as Wagstaff just sends it from the outer hash marks near side in the Carabin zone. And the Reds fans cheering now. Veillette, though, for the Carabin. And a chance, Veillette, one-on-one with Woodland. She shoots, she does not score. And the net is bumped off. And this game is getting physical, which is what we know about women's hockey when the tensions rise. And the crowd, of course, home crowd, all in blue. A sea of blue to my right, a sea of red to my left. I'm Daniela Ponticelli. You're watching U Sports on CBC, the U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. There's a quick look again at that moment. 2 stops by Woodland. Game underway still as the clock begins to wind down. Final 7 minutes of the second period. Reds now battling in their offensive zone. Far side. Wagstaff again being disruptive for the Reds. Sydney Oitoman as well on the ice there. And the Carabin. Trying to create some space. They do. Bounce it off the backboards. Now a sharp angle. As Knecht is out on the ice, she opens scoring for Montreal. Protecting the blue line is Nadeau. Duchesneau, rather. The crowd settling down a bit, but there's a big wave that rippled through. Back behind the net of Woodland. As the Reds settle it down. Along the near side, right in front of the Montreal bench. So just take a quick moment there and a brief update on the shots on goal, still heavily favoring Montreal at this time, 22-5. Kendra Woodland with 19 saves so far. Face-offs also going the way of Montreal at this time, 24-10. Final 5.5 minutes here in the second period. Montreal able to put up 2 goals here in the second. UNB looking for their first. This is only their second Nationals appearance. The new era of UNB. Carabin's captain Boulanger, puck escapes her, but Fontaine will keep it in Picard as well, offering that extra protection. Lillian George. She'll dump it in deep in the Montreal zone as Fred Cyr tries to get in the way. Frederic Cyr is a tremendous player for the UNB Reds. Now, in terms of graduating players, there's a number of them from UNB. Paige Grenier, Tamina Keller, Ashley Stratton, Elena Wagstaff, Jenna McLean, Georgia Nystrom, Maya Bowl. And head coach Sarah Hillworth says she doesn't quite know. She got emotional. She doesn't quite know what it's going to feel like to not have those players on the team. They're part of the first recruits for the re-entry into the AUS for UNB Reds in 2018. Jenna McLean goes down and still gets a shot, but there's a penalty coming now. It's a tripping call for the Carabin. So that means UNB gets their taste of a power play. And Aubracine could face one of the biggest tests of the game so far. A chance for UNB to possibly get on the board here with special teams. Stratton will take the face-off against Thériault, and UNB comes away with it. So that is Poirier Leroux, who scored the 3rd goal. She's in the penalty box for the Carabin. And right now, the Reds have 1:40 to play with on the player advantage. Vanden Odler tried to just fire one down. And they're back in their zone. The Carabin fans love this. They're cheering loudly. The Reds trying to give a little bit of quiet space here. Elena Wagstaff, or rather Stratton, can take control of the puck. Reds out again. UNB on a power play. 1:04 left. And now in the near side. Forced to come out of their own zone. as Aubry-Gervais protects the blue line. Sends it back. Power play units looking to get going here, looking to get UNB on the board with 40 seconds left and a chance. George fires it in front of the net. Aubracine covers it up. But there were at least 2 good chances there. Peyton Hargreaves as well, right on the doorstep. Maya Bowl trying to provide some support. We'll see that again, but Aubracine showing her strength in net being tested here. Lillian George, a nice shot in, looking for the tip. Hargreaves unable to get by Racine. So Fred Sear now out on the power play line with McLean as well. George to McLean. McLean setting up, trying to find some room. Centering feed, moving it. Just looking for a tip in once again. They're all set up for it. Frederick Sir. The Reds, 9 seconds to go with the player advantage, looking for a wraparound. Oh, and Peyton Hargreaves couldn't keep the puck in there, but Lillian George will go back to collect, and we're now at even strength as Poirier Raoult steps back out on the ice for the Carabins. Far side battle goes back into the Reds zone. Again, UNB just looking to get some momentum here and connect with those passes. George setting up again, fires it. That goes wide, touches glass. Both teams have had chances on specials. The Carabins have been successful, going 2 for 3 on the power play. Lindsay Smith trying to stop Veillette, but again, Aubriane Veillette, who has assisted on the last goal there, goal number 3. Has been doing all the helping work, setting it all up, knowing that players will be expecting her to try to score as the leading goal scorer for the Carabins. Will be whistled down. If you're just joining us, this is the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship quarterfinal number 2. We know the first semifinalist is the number 8 ranked MRU Cougars, and right now the lower seed, the number 5 ranked Montreal Carabins, are carrying this game over the number 4 seed AUS champion UNB Reds. Score right now 3-0 here in the second. The action goes into the far corner now. The Reds creating some momentum, gaining some speed. Tally Warren looking for a quick wrap around the backboards. And again, chances right in front of the net. No, it goes wide out. We are in the final minute of play here in the second. Peyton Hargreaves for the Reds has it. Big circles around trying to create that room. And perhaps a little tip in here. Vannon Odeler sacrificing everything to make that shot on Aubracine. Instead now, board battle just behind the net. And again, physical play. And that will cost the Carabins with 29.6 seconds to go. Body contact call there for Kali Connect, who opened scoring. She'll take a seat in the penalty box as Aubracine will face her second power play of the night. There's 2 minutes for checking rather for Connect. And the Reds have the player advantage at least for 25 more seconds, at most for 25 more seconds here in the second period, and then we'll regroup in the third if needed. But now the Carabins shorthanded. Moving quick, getting in close for Kendra Woodland, that goes wide. But what a chance for Joanne Guérin. Driving in close. Getting a one-on-one with Kendra Woodland. Again, that's why the stats are Right now is skew. Montreal leading shots on goal 22-8. Also winning faceoffs 25-14 at this time. Neutral zone draw. Marie Thériault for the Carabin, but the Reds come away with it again. They are on a power play, and that will do it for the second period. We are through 40 and more goals for the Carabin as they come away, adding 2 more to their tally. We'll revisit those moments. 7-11 into the second period. Milan Lefebvre, assisted by Joanie Garand, and Kali Konek, who opened scoring unassisted in the first, and then that was followed up by a second power play marker, a goal by Amalie Poiré-Lehu, assisted by Audrienne Veillette and Jade Picard as well for the Carabin, giving them a 3-0 lead here. The lower seed, but still the home team in the hearts of the Carabin fans who are here inside Sepsim. We are getting set now for another intermission interview, this time with the Reds. And it'll be Lillian George speaking with our Isabelle Germain.
On va essayer encore. Lillian, can you hear me? Yes. Awesome. Lillian, you have a really tough matchup. You're playing the host team in game 1. What was the message from Sarah Hillworth coming into this arena with this crowd?
You know, it's no different than any other game for us. We just wanted to come in and put our best foot forward. You know, we had a bit of a slow start here, but we're looking to push forth going into third period. Just sticking to our game plan is really going to work out for us here in the third. So we're just planning to go out, come hard, hopefully push out for a win.
We know you can do it. You've come back from worse in this championship, but I want to talk about your play, Lillian. You've had the most chances for the Reds. You're the offensive leader of this team. What do you think you can do in the third period to help your team out?
You know, well, hockey here is a team game, so, you know, just looking to play as a team here. Everyone's got to push their best foot forward here. You know, I'm just really looking out to get momentum here for the girls and, you know, just getting out there every shift, working hard, playing with all our hearts. That's what we really wanted to come out here and do.
Lillian, you got 20 more minutes to put on a show here in Montreal. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
That was our Isabelle Germain speaking with UNB Reds forward Lillian George. Again, she's been tremendous for the team through the regular season, putting together 10 goals, 15 assists for 25 points. And then in the playoff run, she also added to that tally with 1 assist. And as we head into the rest of this second intermission, Montreal carries the lead 3-0 after 40. I'm Daniela Ponticelli, and you're watching the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship on CBC.
the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
We're back inside Sepsum, the University of Montreal. Here's a quick look after the first period, although we've played 2 here. So shots on goal favoring Montreal 22-8 through 40 minutes. Power plays certainly favoring Montreal. They're 2 for 3, while the Reds haven't been able to connect on those player advantages, although one is going to continue. There's a minute 31 left of a UNB power play to start the third. Face-offs as well, certainly going the way of the Carabins, 25-16, and block shots are not counted. That's why it's all at 0, but there have been blocked opportunities here at the Women's Hockey Championship. Now, every year, U Sports celebrates its best student athletes, honoring major accomplishments of its student athletes in each sport. Here are the nominees and the winner for the 2023 U Sports Player of the Year Award.
The nominees for the Broderick Trophy as the U Sports Outstanding Women's Hockey Player of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée Broderick comme athlète de l'année U Sport en hockey féminin, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Kendra Woodland, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB, du Réseau du sport étudiant du Québec from the RSEQ, Audrey-Anne Veillette, Université de Montréal, Montreal, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Leah Herford, Université de Waterloo, University of Waterloo, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Tatum Amy, Université Mount Royal University. La lauréate du trophée Broderick décerné à la joueuse de l'année en hockey féminin U-Sport est, the winner of the Broderick Trophy as the U-Sports Player of the Year in women's hockey is, Kendra Woodland, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB.
Kendra Woodland, the goalie in action tonight for the UNB Reds, taking home Player of the Year awards. That's across U Sports. Right now, though, the Montreal Carabins carry a 3-0 lead over UNB after 40 minutes. We'll be back with more. I'm Daniela Ponticelli. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Urban Medical Supply est fier d'être le fournisseur officiel de U Sports pour le matériel médical et de médecine du sport. Rendez-vous sur urban.com et retrouvez tout le matériel médical nécessaire pour rester dans la course. Urban Medical Supply is proud to be the official sports medicine and medical supply partner of U Sports. Check out urban.com for all your medical supply product needs.
This period of U Sports on CBC is presented by. Cette période d'hockey universitaire vous est présentée par Saint-Hubert, proud partners of the U Sports Women's Hockey Championship, fier partenaire du championnat de hockey féminin U-Sport.
And we welcome back the Montreal Carabins to the ice. The home crowd, of course, here for the hosts. And while they knew that they would be here, they still wanted to earn their place. Of course, conference champions and their runners-up, the finalists, all make their way to nationals. UNB went all the way to an AUS championship win, and it was truly an incredible game for that as well over St. FX. They rallied after dropping game one to get to that game three, and then in double overtime in their own packed barn, they set an AUS, or rather a UNB Reds record for home attendance. More than 1,600 people there to cheer them on. I can't imagine how loud that barn was inside as the UNB Reds fans here cheering on their team. Kendra Woodland in white and red setting up to the net to my left, and the Carabins take it away with the opening face-off. Again, they lead in face-off wins throughout the first 40 minutes, and the Reds have been down before. They came back to win 5-4 over McGill last year, and Frederick Sear is putting on the speed to make it happen, looking for a chip in on Obrasim, but a great opportunity early on here. Again, they are on a power play. I should just remind you, 1:11 left. That clock is visible in-house here as number 12 for the Carabins, Kali Kunek, who already has a goal and an assist on the night, is in the penalty box. The Reds, despite having the player advantage, back in their own end. So Etier chasing back shorthanded as it is. So McLean, Jenna McLean will settle it down for UNB, weaving through. Almost a return to sender there by Picard. With the Reds pass disrupted there. That was intended for Lillian George, who, by the way, It's the UNB Red who scored their last Nationals goal. That one coming. It was on the power play against McGill in that first game last year. Again, they went scoreless throughout their semifinal. And in the bronze medal game as well, shut out by Saskatchewan. It's the Reds now looking to mount a comeback. They got to start soon. Carabin, by the way, are 13-2-1 on their home ice this season, so it is hostile territory here for the Reds. Carabin with a wraparound attempt. Woodland stops it. That one from O'Brien Veillette trying to get a shorthanded goal. Although we are now back to even strength, 5 apiece, and in the UNB zone. If you're just joining us, this is the second quarterfinal of the championship. First one going the way of the number 8 seed MRU Cougars. Will take on the winner of this game. Wagstaff for the Reds keeps the puck away. Looking for a pass there to Grenier. That one goes incomplete, so UNB will just send it back down Veillette. Out on the line there with Etier and Boulanger, but the Reds, Grenier, and it just off her stick, carried into the near side corner, now along the wall. Wagstaff again, Elena, that one's high. They'll settle back down. This team, UNB, a team of players, including Elena Wagstaff, who are graduating this year, but they were the very first recruits who took a leap of faith and joined this team as they returned to the AUS in 2018. And a shot from Van den Odeler gets saved by Racine, I should say. Aube Racine, again, went pretty untested in the first 20 minutes. Only faced 2 shots, made those saves. Now it's slowly coming on as the Reds have now hit the double digits. 10 shots on goal, according to Montreal, leading that 23-10. In the third period here, as UNB looks to get on the board. They had an early chance on the power play. Now another. Some drop passes go. Maya Bowl giving chase. Get down to Lauren O'Neill as well on the ice, and there's a shot. That one gets saved yet again. Aube Racine for the Carabin. Should get another look at that in just a moment, but there's the bench in blue. All visiting teams, visitors being determined by the lower seed or in their full colors, the lighter colors going to the home or the higher seed. Face off in the Carabin zone, a chance for the Reds here. Get on the board. McLean will fire it off. Trickles down, forced to cover it up. We'll have a face-off back in the same circle. Peyton Hargraves will take this face-off for the Reds. Out on the line there with Fred Sear. Protecting the blue line, Mackenzie Keenan. Keenan again, oh, can't do it that time. Now here come the Carabin. Putting on the speed, another little pass to the slot. That one goes wide. They've done it before against Woodland, and they try again. Leila Gagnon putting on the speed and doing a lot of work on that effort there. A great chance for the Carabin. Now, UNB, oh, nearly tucks one away past Racine. Melanie Drost. Drost was right where she needed to be, trying to tuck it away. Maintaining pressure, Drost again. Trying to play keep away. Now Smith fires it down. The Reds getting some momentum here, far corner. Got to get on the board if they want to mount a comeback. They've done it before at Nationals last year. Paige Grenier was there. Now UNB will settle it back down. Smith loses the puck. Carabins take it away. There'll be an icing call just to slow it down. You can hear the cowbells from the fans. We're inside Sepsum at the University of Montreal. I am Daniela Ponticelli with the call for CBC. The men's U Sports Hockey Championship taking place in Charlottetown, PEI, and their day one as well, taking place today. Back to this second quarter final here for the women. And Pelche putting on the speed for the Carabins. She's looking for a feed to connect, but now back into the far corner. Board battles are tight between these two teams. They don't spend much time hanging on. Now Dando putting up the speed, weaving through in close to Kendra Woodland. She makes the save, rebound, continues play. And the Reds, Wagstaff yet again, she'll just rim it around the backboards. Looking for some help there from Ashley Stratton. Ashley Stratton in the mix for the Reds. Help from Tamina Keller. Both graduating players leaving the Reds this year. Another icing call. And some of the shots, you can get a bit of a sense of where everyone is in the crowd. The sea of blue, and you can see the sea of red peeking out over the shoulder there. The Carabins, this is their home barn. They have been dominant here all season. And every team that comes to Nationals has been dominant in some way, shape, or form, having to get through tough playoffs and tough divisions. The Carabins of the RESQ. The other representative being the champion Concordia Stingers, will be taking on the Nipissing Lakers tomorrow. It's a quarterfinal rematch of last year's final. And then in the AUS, of course, the champions on the ice right now, the UNB Reds and the St. FX X-Women. Carabins now driving up, getting in close for Woodland. Another great save by Kendra. She's making good reads, plenty of space out on the ice. The Carabins are tricky. They find ways to slow it down, change the angle. We'll have a neutral zone face-off just in front of the UNB bench. Peyton Hargrave will take that. Squared off with the captain Boulanger, and Carabins win it quick. Nearly fires one off there, number 44. She's been dominant, Poiré Lehu. Etier up to the blue line. And now Boulanger setting up for Etier. Official in the way, so they'll continue play just behind the goal line here. Etier again. Getting some help from Boulanger. Now from the blue line. Fired one off, but a body block by Sear saves it. So Lillian George now putting on the speed, far side. She's got to weave her way through the sea of blue. The crowd is quiet. They know what's at stake here. A 3-0 lead right now for Montreal, but still time for UNB to get on the board. O'Neill taking it up to Grenier. And Dando now for the Carabins. Try to send it back the other way. Getting help there by Lefebvre. So it slows down Montreal. Setting the speed, setting the tone right now in their own zone. UNB spread out, trying to protect that blue line, keep it in play. Van den Oedeler does so, but they have to settle back. The Reds again now, along the far side, adding in some speed, a chance, a shot, and it's stopped by Racine. The crowd is feeling it build here. And this is not the only championship weekend. CBC Sports is also your home for the 2023 U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship, presented by Mikasa from Vancouver. Catch the best in university women's volleyball starting Friday, tomorrow, on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and CBC's Olympics YouTube channel. In the Carabin zone, UNB, Jenna McLean will take a big swing and a shot. That gets stopped by the Carabins. Veillette on the ice in blue, but the Reds will take it. Now a chance, they were getting in close. But the Carabin take it the other way, a breakaway, a chance against Kendra Woodland. It's nearly fed through, but what a stop by the Reds keeper. Right in front yet again. Boulanger was all alone, coming up on Woodland, proving her mettle in net, and the Reds try for a wraparound. That gets stopped instead. Not by Racine, but by Jade Picard. Smith for UNB, trying to stick handle. It gets stolen. Boulanger ends up slowing herself down on that, but would have been a quick getaway there had she stayed on her skates. Slight whiff on a pass there, but UNB still in control. The Reds trying to drop back and create some room. Elena Wagstaff now working at top corner. Sydney Oideman. Back to Wagstaff. Wagstaff just trying to get away from this Carabin defense. Sharp angle, a little too sharp, and so Montreal comes through. They're defending a 3-0 lead at this time. But the Reds have come back before. In fact, it is that McGill game that not only bolstered the Reds last year to a 4th place finish, but also caught the attention of Isabelle Leclerc, the Carabin coach, head coach, who said she watched that game and saw the character that the Reds have. She respects them. You have to respect every opponent in this tournament. Again, we just saw the number 8 seed MRU Cougars in the quarterfinal, the first of the day, upset the top seed Toronto Varsity Blues. It is sort of a one-and-done style here. Both teams will continue on. Of course, the winner of this game will face the Cougars Saturday afternoon in the first semifinal. Along the boards, people getting caught up at the play continues. Pass to Peyton Hargraves. Was a little wide, so that'll be an icing call just to return the action. So men's and women's volleyball in U Sports, those championships taking place this weekend, along with the men's U Sports hockey tournament taking place in Charlottetown, PEI, where these teams and myself and a number of other folks were watching last year's U Sports Nationals. UPEI putting on a great championship. And the Reds take it away from their own zone as Grenier, the captain, looks to lead a comeback here. They're in the final 10 minutes of the 3rd period. And the Carabins have been dominant throughout. Shots on goal still favoring Montreal at this time, 26-13. And now another chance. Connect looking for a pass. It goes in! Goal for Montreal! Connect with her 2nd assist, and the crowd loves it. Add that to the tally for the Carabins. You see this moment again. It's Connect to Lefebvre. And it's in this celebration. They believe it, they see it. and they read it well to get past Woodland. Tough go for the U Sports Player of the Year in net. So the goal from Milan Lefebvre and Kali Kanek with the assist. Kanek has had an incredible game so far. She opened scoring unassisted. Completely unassisted in the first period, 11:38, and then helped on the second goal, also by Milan Lefebvre. So this is her second goal of the night. But right now, UNB with a big chance. They are on the power play. As I was recounting the scoring summary there, one of the Carabins took a seat in the penalty box. Time on that, 1:46 to go there on that power play. Yeah, Lauriane Etier, 2 minutes for boarding. By the way, Brian Dando also credited for an assist on that fourth goal by the Carabins. The crowd is all fired up here. Home ice for the hosts. The Reds still doing what they can. Again, the winner of this game advances to the semifinal, a chance to play for a medal, whereas the defeated team will head into the consolation bracket where they will meet the Toronto Varsity Blues Saturday morning. It's an early game, 10 a.m. Eastern. It's all here on CBC, CBC Gem app. Yeah, that first semi-final game will be at 4:30 Eastern. That's Saturday. We'll keep you up to date as the action gets underway. Final 8 minutes here in regulation. And the crowd for the Carabins starting a chant. This has been a really fun game, fun atmosphere to be in, not only for the home crowd, but UNB fans. They show up. Head coach Sarah Hillworth saying she can't thank the support of Fredericton, New Brunswick, and beyond. The love for this women's hockey team out of New Brunswick has just been incredible. And the rebuild is really only getting started. Back-to-back AUS championships, fourth place finish last year at Nationals, a second appearance, and this all really within 4 seasons, because in the midst of their re-entry into the AUS, there was the pandemic here that shut everything down. And of course now we see it all brought back to life this season for the divisions, the first really full season of U Sports women's hockey since the pandemic shutdown. Back behind the net of Aubracin, Carabins defending their zone, clear the puck out. And UNB, Tally Warren letting it be right there, so they'll regroup. UNB managed to take the AUS final all the way to a Game 3 double overtime. They've been tested before, they've faced adversity, but they are down 4 right now with less than 6.5 minutes to go in the third. The Carabins are on a roll. They continue here. Trying to create some space now down deep. Good physical play by Lillian George, but Veillette the other way. That gets stopped. Great defensive play by the Reds. Lindsay Smith now defending back behind the net of Woodland. The big shot, that goes high, deflected up. But a good look yet again. Chloé Duchesneau. There's the Carabin crowd with their noisemakers, even though they probably don't even need those. They're all very loud here inside Sepsum. That is the name of the sports complex, not only where the hockey takes place, but football and other sports here at the University of Montreal. Quick look at the stats while we have a moment. Game moving along really quickly here. 4 goals, of course, put up by the Carabin as UNB looks to get on the board. Right now, shots on goal still favoring Montreal 27-13. Face-off wins as well also tell a story. 37 to the Reds, 22. Power plays, special teams coming through big for the Carabin tonight. 2 for 3 on the power play, while the Reds have been 0 for 3. Puck up in the air, loose. Now McLean. She pulls through, but that's an offside call. She had some good speed and momentum as she fires that puck instead into the far side boards. Exactly 5.5 minutes left. You're watching U Sports on CBC. I am Daniela Ponticelli. Thanks for joining us. This is the second quarter final. On the line, a chance to keep fighting for a championship title. Otherwise, down to the consolation bracket, where the best you can finish is 5th. 5th out of 8. Again, this is an 8-team championship tournament. The crowd settled in. Tough to get a full shot there of the UNB Reds crowd, but they are also mighty, a sea of red, just on the other side of the sea of blue. Came out to support this Reds team. And O'Neill protecting the blue line. Looking up for Stratton. Stratton was hoping to connect there with Tamina Keller. Now back far side blue line. Puck loose. Carabin put on the speed. That gets intercepted though. Lauren McNeil yet again. Lauren O'Neill rather. O'Neill up to Jenna McLean. Still along the far side wall. Reds keep it in the offensive zone. Melanie Drost trying to help out Captain Grenier. It'll be an offside call though. 4:21 to go in the final period here. Second quarter final. Tomorrow's quarterfinal action continues. 3 p.m. just like today, when the number 7 St. FX X-Women take on the number 2 UBC Thunderbirds. And we are going on a power play for the Montreal Carabin. I was just talking about their effectiveness on specials in this game, already putting away 2. It was a penalty on Georgia Nystrom of UNB. It's 2 minutes for boarding. Difficult timing here as UNB just looks to get on the board in this game. Connect now. It's again a goal and 2 assists already for Kali Connect, who has enjoyed tremendous success internationally as a member of the Swiss team. Her storyline, very impressive. She represented Switzerland at the IIHF Women's World Championships in 2019 and 2021. Still a chance for the Reds here to at least stave off, defend as they're on the PK. They'll hit the backboards, and a gasp from the crowd here, along with cowbells. PK is usually the strength of the Reds. They were able to finish with 91.7% efficiency in the regular season and then 84.2% in the playoffs. Most teams did drop on their special teams in the playoffs. Here's a chance, though, shorthanded by Lillian George. She gets it in! UNB on the board. Lillian George gets the crowd fired up. Here I am talking about some great PK from the Reds, and they just deliver that one shorthanded. Lillian George puts an end to a scoreless streak for a bit here for the Reds at Nationals. Here she comes all alone with plenty of room to beat Obracin. Spoil that perfect night in net for the Carabins. 2:40 to go on the clock and just 18 seconds left on this power play here for Montreal. Lillian George was assisted by Frederick Cyr on the ice there for UNB. What a moment to consider that Lillian George last scored 10:29 on the power play against McGill in their very first game last year. That's 10:29 in the third period. So they hadn't scored since that first Nationals quarterfinal. So to get back on the board in that way is huge for UNB. .2:15 to go here in the game. Montreal still with a mighty lead here, 4-1. In a game they have controlled most aspects of. Still leading in shots on goal and face-off wins. And despite Obracin not being tested as much, she still made the saves necessary to keep UNB to just one goal. Again, short-handed goal by Lillian George. Shots on goal at this time, Montreal 27 to UNB's 14. Face-off wins 40-25. They've had more chances, the Carabins. Certainly playing on home ice can have its advantages. And the Carabins losing the puck in their own feet. And they'll just rim it around the back. As time is now on their side, it's winding down. Minute 20 to go here in the third. The Carabins will cruise on to a semi-final against the number 8 seed MRU Cougars, who got the upset in the first quarterfinal. That would make back-to-back upsets if this score stands. And there we have the big voice reminding us we're in the final minute of play. And this is where the crowd will certainly start going wild here for the Carabins. In blue. There's the bench, there's the crowd behind them. And there's the team's leading goal scorer, Aubriane Veillette, who didn't even need to do all the work tonight. Instead, it was Mylène Lefebvre with 2 goals. Kali Connect to get everyone on the board, and Amalie Puerela also getting in on the action for those 4 goals. Galvanizing team win on the horizon for Montreal. As the clock winds down, UNB still in this. As Lillian George said, there, Kendra Woodland with a great save. But as Lillian George said in the second intermission, we're here, we play with heart. So we see on the ice every time the Reds step out. Truly an honor to see them play, be it Nationals. And there goes the clock, it's winding down, the fans ramping up in Montreal. They know what's happening, and they're seeing it through to the finish. We'll let the crowd tell you the story. the number 5 seed, the hosts, Montreal Carabins, advance to the semi-final round. They will take on the MRU Cougars Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. They are so thrilled. You can feel that sense of pride knowing what a team win that was. Against some all-star standouts in Milan Lefebvre, Kali Kanek. But the UNB Reds, proud AUS champions. A tough defeat, but again, able to get on the board in a game that was incredibly difficult. So much pressure from the home team. UNB ended their scoreless drought at the U Sports Championship. 176 minutes, 47 seconds between a Lillian George goal on a power play in the very first quarterfinal they ever played against McGill. They won that game last year. Now they stand to move into the consolation bracket where they will take on the top seed Toronto Varsity Blues. That game happening Saturday morning. It's an early one, 10 a.m. Eastern. There's the crowd. We'll have a moment here as we announce the Nike players of the game. An incredible scene in Montreal as the Carabins thank their fans, thank the officials, thank their opponents, and of course take in the moment as the quarterfinal winners. This is the U Sports Player of the Game award. So much respect between these opponents and the crowd itself, all the fans standing. Well-deserved player of the game for UNB, Lillian George, not only getting, of course, the lone goal for UNB, but also a constant force out on the ice, playing so many minutes, handling herself with pride, being a great representative for the team, as we heard her during the second intermission speak with our very own Isabelle Germain. Now we'll get the Nike player of the game for the Carabins. Milan Lefebvre. Again, it could have gone to her, it could have gone to Connect, but Lefebvre played exceptionally, able to put away 2 goals, including the game winner, the second goal, or rather, no. That is all her. She may have just forgotten something. Oh, I think she just forgot to take a photo. The excitement of the championship, of course, awaits the Carabins. And the home crowd will be back Saturday afternoon, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, for that semifinal matchup with this MRU Cougars. And so from Sepsim, inside the University of Montreal, on behalf of our entire CBC crew who put together this great production, and myself, Daniela Ponticelli, want to thank you for joining us. The Montreal Carabins carry on into the semifinal after a 4-1 win over the UNB Reds. We'll be back with more starting tomorrow. The third quarterfinal matchup, 3 p.m. Eastern, the number 7 St. FX X-Women taking on the number 2 ranked UBC Thunderbirds. As the hometown heroes step back and celebrate this moment. This has been day one of the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship on CBC. We'll see you soon.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.